Hi, this is 50 Shades of Stefanya, where I talk about anything and everything under the sun, under the shade, wherever, along with my guests. I hope you join me. Hi, welcome to another episode of 50 Shades of Stefanya. So for today, we're going to talk about pets and all the weird, wonderful pets that we have and how much they make us happy when we hug them and hold them and our little arms. And I used to have a Chihuahua and I missed her very much. So I ended up, she looked just like this, little Taco Bell Chihuahua. Anyway, I'm going to have a guest joining me shortly. She's going to talk about her pets, and we're going to talk a little bit about some of the pets we've had. And I have some very strange, fun facts to share with you as well about pets. So I don't know what kind of pets you have, but typically, we'll have cats or dogs. I've had chickens. I've had guinea pigs. Not a pig though, but like a guinea pig. Here we go. Coming up is Miss Brianne. Hello, Brianne. You are on the air with Stefanya.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, thank you. So this is Brianne, and she has some really, really cute pets. Now, what is your favorite type of pet?
My favorite type is probably cat, though I've had dogs most of my life, and I've also had like rabbits and birds and, goldfish, which didn't last too long.
What was the strangest pet that you ever had?
I haven't had like really exotic pets, but I've had some with like really weird personalities. So my bird Nimbus, I actually just found him walking down the street one day, and that's not usually how you find a bird. So me and my mom picked him up, and he was just a character. He would like to like just scream and fly around and like land in my hair and try and build nests. Yeah, and he's just strange. And every time I would eat, he would just steal food out of my mouth, so I'd have to like lock myself in a room just to eat cereal. Or he's just strange.
Or eat with your mouth closed.
That too. But he would like peck like right past my lips, and I'm just like, this bird.
Oh, how weird.
He's just strange.
I don't know if I could do that. And so your least favorite pet, what was that?
My least favorite, my rabbit was probably the most high maintenance Bodie. So I can't remember where we got him from. I think me and my aunt both got rabbits at the same time, and we were told that they were both girls. And we found out the hard way that mine was a boy when he got his sister pregnant. So it's a little incestuous stuff. So we had to keep them separated. And since he couldn't go after his sister, he went after my cat at the time and just terrorize her. And I'd wake up to him like going after my foot or my sister's her stuffed animals, and he was just insatiable.
Well, rabbits are weird anyway. I used to have a dwarf lop ear rabbit, like with the long ears, and so they said, oh, well, you could just use a cat box for the rabbit to go do its thing. It's like, nope, it goes hop hop poop, hop hop poop, and then you have rabbit pellets. You can follow the rabbit pellets to find out where your rabbit is. Yeah.
Yes. So I'm good with cats. They seem to be the most low maintenance.
Do you have your kitties with you right now?
I do.
Oh,
here's Leroy Jenkins.
Okay, so can you show him up to the camera? He's real fluffy. Oh my goodness, what a face. He's so cute. Aw.
He's so cute.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Bubs.
He loves what?
She'll be back. Bubs is out in the hallway.
Oh, okay. All right. So maybe we'll get a chance to see Bubs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what is it about them that you just love?
They're so quirky, and they have very different like personalities, and they're just like they're my babies.
Nice.
It's like they don't really have to do anything for me to love them.
That's nice.
Yeah, but you have two of your own, don't you?
I do, but I'd have to probably leave the studio to get them. They're just hanging out. I have two Bengals, as you know, um, and
Mhm.
they look like little leopards. So I'll try to bring one, and then I'm right now I'm have a dog. Um, a dog.
A
I'm more of a cat
dog.
person. I can't really say that. So I'm babysitting a dog. Hang on. Dax, come here. Come here, baby. Daxie. His name is Dax, if you didn't know. Dax.
Yes, I know now.
I don't know. Whatever. Now he's acting like a cat. Like, yeah, whatever. Okay. Hey, Dax, come here. Come on, big baby. Come on.
Yes.
Oops. Hang on a second. Come on. Up here. Up. Oh,
Oh, what a good
oh, isn't he
boy.
a sweetheart?
Oh
Oh,
my
yeah. He
goodness.
is a good boy. Who's a good boy? Yeah. So anyway, so this is Dax, and he's actually my fiance's dog. So when he's working, then I babysit. I'm the mama. So
Oh, he's
he's a real
sweet.
sweetie, although he does terrorize the cats. And I'll bring the cats in a little bit later on. But you know, oh, sorry. When I was in Colorado, did you
Mhm.
ever meet Salsa, my little Chihuahua dog?
I saw pictures of her, but I only met
Let me
Charlie.
see if I could see. This is oh, I don't know if you can see or not, but these are pictures of my little dog Chihuahua, little Salsa.
The little show dog. She's so
My show
cute.
dog, yeah. So I'm looking if anybody has a Chihuahua out there, a little baby Chihuahua. I still want one. Anyway, I do miss her. Um, so anyway, so okay, so tell us some more about your pets and how, how do they make you feel? Like when you have a really hard day, do they react differently to you, or how does that work?
They do. I think they're very intuitive. So I heard that like cats purring is supposed to be like a healing kind of frequency. So when I'm having a bad day, they just tend to be on me a little more than usual, like either in my lap or sometimes Bubs will get like right in my face and lay on my chest and just purr. And she's very cute.
Nice, very
Yeah.
nice. Well, I've got a couple of really interesting fun facts I've just recently picked up. Did you know that 3 dogs survived the Titanic? This is for when if you ever get on a quiz show where they ask for like for $1 million, how many dogs survived the Titanic sinking? You could say
That's
3, and then
amazing.
you would be right. Yes, and how fast can greyhounds run?
75 miles an hour.
Very good. Actually, 73 supposedly, but 73,
Wow.
75. That was a pretty dang good guess. That was a
Jeez,
guess.
that's fast.
Yeah. Let's see. And cats have better memories than dogs. So dogs will. There's a study conducted by the University of Michigan that a dog's memory will last no more than 5 minutes, but a cat's memory can last up to 16 hours.
I
That
think it's longer than that because mine can hold a grudge for pretty long.
I know, right?
Yes.
I know. But I went away for a vacation one time, and I had a friend who was supposed to come by every single day to do the cat box and spend time with the cat.
Mhm.
Well, she decided, well, since it's a cat, I don't need to come every day. So she just
Mm.
filled a cat bowl, and she would she left Charlie alone for like 3 days at a time.
Oh, no.
Oh, and when I came home, he was so mad. He was so
Mm.
mad. And so
I don't blame
I
you.
never used her again,
No,
but still it's like, oh my gosh, yeah, that's rough because our babies need to be taken care of.
they do, and they really thrive on routine and consistency.
Yes,
So whenever
absolutely.
you break that up, then, you're gonna pay for it one way or the other.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Well, I know my sister Samantha doesn't have any pets of her own. She's just kind of staying right now. She's visiting right now. What'd you think about that little prank she pulled on the first podcast about adding jumping in?
Yes, that was cute, and I love the video of your ballroom dancing. I
I
haven't
thought
seen you dancing for so long, so it's nice to see that. I
that
like to see more of her
okay.
little
Well,
prank.
I'll probably add some as we go along, but I thought that was a real cute thing that she did. So anyway, so we'll probably visit with her again. She's going out of town for a while, so she'll be back in a little bit. I don't know when.
Um,
So she kind of drops in, drops out. Who knows? Yeah, she's my sister. So whatever.
yeah.
So I gotta tell you, I don't know if I ever told you this story or not, but did I ever tell you about the cockatiel I had, Cha Cha?
No.
I years ago, 1,000 years ago, I had a little cockatiel. It was white and it had big yellow cheeks and it had the big yellow hat,
Mhm.
and oh, hey, did you ever see what happened to my hand? You're like,
Oh, your
yeah,
brace, yes.
yes. So I'm having to wear this for a while until I get a surgeon done on it. So I finally found a surgeon who's gonna work on it. So hopefully my hand will be done soon, so I can start playing violin and my ukulele again, doing my
Oh my
shows.
gosh.
But
Yes.
anyway, I just thought about that because my hand was up here. I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't know if you
I
saw that or
know.
not. You see the other guy though.
Oh, I know.
Okay, so back to the cocktails. The cocktail's name was Cha Cha, and oh my gosh, Cha Cha! I loved my little Cha Cha, and I had a huge, like a big parrot cage, for the little
Mhm.
small bird, so she could fly around and stuff like that. And actually, no, it was a guy. That's right. I forgot it was a boy because it had the big yellow cheeks. He was just typical. The guys are more colorful, right?
Tell on some animals, yeah.
Anyway, so I had her. She learned how to say all kinds of things like, I love you, and like I love you, and then of course cha 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 cha. And then I lived by the water, so there were some ducks that she would imitate. She'd start quacking like a duck, and just the funniest little bird. So I had it where she could hop. I could put the ladder down on her cage, and she could walk out and then just kind of like fly around. Even though her wings were clipped, she could still
Mhm.
kind of like, do a little bit of flying around. It's not much. So I had this guy, anyway, his boyfriend. Oh, that'll be another topic, bad boyfriends.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, so I'll just call him Mr. P. And so Mr. P was sitting on the sofa next to me. And so Cha Cha decided to come out of his cage. He did not like Cha-Cha. He did not like birds. So
Mm.
he used to always like, oh man, the stupid bird, blah, blah, blah. So Cha-Cha he walked out of his cage and we were watching TV. So he comes over and he's walking across the carpet, like how they kind of, I don't know if you had like a little, yeah, parakeet. Okay. You had a parakeet,
Mhm.
like how they kind of walk along. Well, normally he would come to me, but he went to him instead.
Ah.
And so he started going up. So like how they climb, they kind of bite
Mhm.
with their beak and then they use their little feet and then they bite with their beak again. They go higher. So he went higher and higher up on his pant leg, and then he went up his sleeve like this,
Mhm.
and he went up here like this, and then he got closer, and it looked like he was going to kiss him because he used to give me little kisses. So it looked like
Uh-huh.
he was going to kiss him. So he went up to his ear like that. And I was thinking, oh, and he's like, oh, I guess this bird finally likes me. Oh. Anyway, so the bird put his beak inside his ear and then screamed.
Oh my god.
Oh my God. He freaked. Of course, the bird goes flying, right? And then, of course, immediately
Oh.
went back into its cage. And he was like, he was going to kill the bird. And I was like, oh my God. So anyway, yeah, no, that boyfriend didn't last very long.
No, that's funny. They're smart. It's like a
Mhm.
whole premeditated thing
It
just
was.
to
It was totally
gosh,
premeditated. It knew. It knew damn
I
well. He never see
know.
the bird didn't like him. But
Mm-mm.
animals could tell. They have special senses.
They do. They really do.
So
That
So what other so when you said you had, what other animals did you have?
Um, so the first animals I've ever had were like two goldfish, and they
Ah,
actually lasted a really long time. They were called Garfield and Odie because we had like an orange one and a black one. And then we've had dogs ever since I was born. My first dog was probably Leo. He was a German Shepherd mix, and he was so protective of us. And it was funny because he loved my grandma, and she lived about a mile away from us. So he would always like jump our fence and end up at grandma's. So whenever we lost him, we just drive over to her house and come get him. He
that's
just loved
cool.
grandma.
That's cool. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's nice. Well, did you know that goldfish, they can remember things up to 3 months?
3 months.
3 months, yes, they can. So I've been reading,
Wow.
I've been doing my homework before talking to you.
Right?
But
That
yeah,
was a
you,
really good segue.
yes, yeah, you can remember that, and they remember people and stuff, and they will respond to people, like certain
Okay.
people. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So I thought that
Well,
was kind of
especially
interesting.
if you're the one feeding them, then I'm sure they'll
Well,
recognize your face real quick.
yeah, yeah, I think so. Okay, so I have a quiz for you. How
Yes.
many vocal sounds do dogs have?
Vocal sounds.
Mm.
Um, well, if it's a husky, I would say like about 1,000. But in general, maybe like 200?
Oh my gosh.
What? Is that
Okay.
right?
Well, okay, then maybe this what I'm reading is here. Okay, what about cats? And I'll tell you, what
Okay.
I've got it right in front of me. What about cats? How many vocal sounds do you think cats have?
Hmm. Well, I heard that like cats adapted their sounds to humans where they don't really meow at each other, and they like talk to us because we're like dumb humans who can't talk back, so they tend to like project more at us. Um so I'm gonna guess like 300.
But tell me more about how they adapt to the human.
Um, so uh I think that like it's just like kittens and mama cats will like meow at each other just to like, how to find each other and babies crying kind of thing, but they grow out of it as they get older, and they're more with like they communicate more with like scent and body language and things like that. But with humans, we can't really like communicate with scent. Like we don't go and mark out our
Unless you
spots
fart.
in our bed and stuff like that. That too. Like do not pass here. So
Hey,
oh my
maybe that's
god. So
I'm
some
not getting too
people
personal here. Maybe that's why my boyfriend kind of like farts. He's trying to communicate with his dog.
right marking this territory. Well,
Maybe I know his dog farts. Oh my god, his
oh my
dog
god, those
Dax
are
will
the
clear a
worst.
room.
Oh,
He will clear a room, and it's nasty.
mhm. Yes.
Oh, but you have to. It's so endearing.
It is. Oh, so I'm not an expert by any means, but I think the cat meows are just like their way of like I don't know if you baby talk with your cats or just have like your own like language, like they may not understand you 100%, but you can pretty much get the point across. And I think that's the same with them. They have certain meows where it's like it's dinner time or it's playtime, and then you develop your own communication.
Yeah,
And they've done
yeah.
that over the years, centuries since we've domesticated them.
Well, what's interesting too is that cats rely on recognition. So whenever I come in the house and they come greet me, they always look at my face. They always look at my. I don't know if yours do that to you, but mine will look at
Oh,
my face. And if I
mhm,
come in and I wear like a hat, right, and they're
mhm.
not expecting a hat, they're really scared because like, oh, it's like a stranger. Try
Oh,
that sometime with yours. I used
yeah.
to, when I had Charlie, especially, I used to mess with him big time. I used to come around the corner. I'd be home, and I would come around the corner, and I'd be wearing like a hat or something, or a wig, and just to kind of like see what he'd do, and he'd freak out. He's like, "Oh my God, a stranger!" Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
I think Jenkins might be more used to it because he was used to seeing me in costume back when we were dancing and stuff. But I haven't tried it with Bubs. That would be
Try it.
interesting.
Yeah, I'd like to see
Yes.
what he does. Yeah. Um,
Oh, and speaking of animals and costuming, I have a funny story. My
okay.
my dog that passed away a few years ago, Wiggles, right before I had a belly dance performance, I was like full gear. You know, this stuff is like heavy, like 20 pounds of costume and jewelry. I was leaving for a show and he happened to run out the door right before me. So
Uh-oh.
I am chasing this dog up and down the street, full belly dancer costuming, and the neighbors come out and they're like, "Do you need help?" And I'm like, "Yes, please." I just look like an absolutely crazy person.
Oh my
So
God.
they have they're just funny.
Which performance was that? Was that one that we were dancing at?
I think it was the ATS performance because I
Oh,
had two
okay.
of the circle skirts and the coin bra and my hair up with flowers and all that.
Okay. And so for those of you who don't know what Brianne is talking about, she is a belly dancer, was dancing in a couple of different troupes. And so we're actually going to be talking a little bit about, we're going to be talking some more about that with her in a later podcast.
Yes.
And Brianne, if you don't mind, Brianne and I used to dance together as well. And so I'll include a clip of a video of the two of us dancing. So you and I could talk offline as far as what clip. Yeah, we
You
would be
should do the
fun.
one with us as cats,
I know,
as
I was
Thunder and
thinking
Lightning.
about that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
I was like, that'd be perfect.
Okay, all right, we'll do
Two
that.
crazy cat ladies.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, we did a duet to the Love Dog song of who's that? Who's that creeping? Who's
Yes.
that creeping? Ooh, it was like an R&B type of stuff. So, but we dressed up as cats, and it was really cool. Anyway, so yeah, so we'll definitely have to do that for later on. And how long do your cats sleep? Do they sleep all the time?
Yeah. I think it's probably around like 18 hours a day, give or take.
So
Especially when I'm out.
when you're away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine are sleeping all the time. They're just snoozing. And did you know? Did you know that
Yeah.
cats will sleep for 70% of their lives?
Wow.
That's a lot.
Sometimes I feel like I wish I could. I was like, I don't want an adult today. Let me just sleep.
I know, me too.
Yes.
Well, good. Oh well, good. All right. So let's see. Any other weird animal stories that you might have had, or pet
I
stories?
do. Yes, I was actually
Okay, tell
thinking
me, tell
about
me. I knew
probably the
you'd come up
most
with more.
unusual one. So my cat Bub, she's about 3 years old now. But the cat I had before her, Fraggle, he was like the absolute love of my life, and he passed away from mouth cancer on New Year's Eve in 2021. And so I was just heartbroken, and Jenkins was depressed. And around that time, I was thinking, like, maybe I'll get another cat, but I want one who's like old and fat and like a boy and, just really mellow, just someone who will get along with Jenkins. And 6 months after Fraggle passed away, my brother just shows up on the doorstep with this little black kitten, and he's
Oh,
like, "Here you go." And I'm
oh,
like, "What is going on right now?"
nice.
And so Bubs is the absolute opposite of what I was like, trying to manifest. So she's this crazy little girl kitten and just a little terror, and I love her. And so her birthday is probably around the same time Fraggle passed away. So there's something like there's a theory going around the internet that there's a universal cat distribution system, and that like the cats tend to find you like whether you want it or not, like your cat is meant for you and it'll find you. So it's like,
Nice.
okay, now I get Bubs.
Oh,
And so there was like a big adjustment period when she came because she's this crazy little kitten, and Jenkins is just like, just a chill old man. And she was like, feral for the first 6 months of her life. And I was like, I don't know what to do with this cat. And one of my friends, Linda Clark, is actually a pet psychic. And and I
Hmm.
called her. I'm like, I don't know what to do with this cat. Like, I don't even know what her name is. And like, I hadn't named her at that point because I didn't know if, she was for me and stuff. And Linda was like, yes, this is your cat. And she had like really helpful information too. It's like she's a kitten, she has a lot of high energy, you need to play with her and like give her like a lot of high spaces to climb. So my brother brought her like this huge cat tree that's like 6 feet tall, and she's absolutely in love with it and territorial and will attack anybody who comes near it. And with her name, initially I kind of wanted to call her Samara, but Linda was like, she hates that name. Don't call her that name. And she was like, there's a nickname that you call her. And I was like, just like Bubby, or like baby or Bubby. And she's like, yeah, she likes Bubs. And I was like, okay. So her name is Bubs now.
Nice.
And yes. And Linda was amazing. She talked to me about like all my other pets, like Fraggle, and she was like, he's still around and he doesn't know what to think of this new kitten either. He's like, what the hell? And my dog that passed away, Wiggles, and like because he was sick with heartworms at the time,
Hmm.
and just telling me like he'll tell you when it's time for him to go, and
Mhm.
described his like favorite treats and everything. And my brother, when I told him, he was just like, oh my god, because he doesn't
Oh,
really believe in that kind of stuff.
yeah.
But I was like, you know, when somebody has that kind of insight, I tend to be on the more believer side of it. So I thought that was really interesting and unusual. Like go through a
Yeah.
pet, and she helped a lot.
Well, maybe what we could do is to have her. I'll talk offline with you, but we can maybe see about maybe inviting her to the show and talk a little bit about um, what she does as a pet psychic.
Yeah, absolutely. She's also on Facebook under Heartbeats of Love. So I
Okay,
know she used to do like webinars and live live videos and all that.
neat.
So yeah,
Gosh,
absolutely.
awesome. Okay, well, cool. Any other weird pets or anything that stories that you have?
Probably like Jenkins, the one you saw earlier. I was living with my brother at the time, and uh, he's my brother's so funny now because he would just show up to the house with pets. So that's how I got all my cats. My brother would just like show up and like, here's a cat for you, pretty much. And I was at work when he texted me and he's like, I'm at the Humane Society, I'm getting a cat. And I'm like, what do you mean you're getting a cat? Wait. And I was like totally against it. So I rushed out of work and met him there. And as soon as Jenkins walked in the room, it was like, oh, that's my cat. Like I knew it. Like we had the name picked out and everything, and it was like, okay, fine. And as
Oh,
soon as I got home with him, he like would not leave my side. He would just I have a picture of me laying on the couch with him on top of me, just like staring into my face, like, what is this
oh,
wonderful human? I was like, oh,
oh, oh, sweet,
yes. Sweet
sweet.
baby. And it was kind of the same with Fraggle. I just walked into our house one day and there's this big orange cat sitting in the living room. And I texted my brother, I'm like, what is this? And he was like, I can explain. And that's how I got Fraggle.
It's cute.
And it's funny now because his girlfriend was she worked as a vet tech, so she would bring home these dogs. So he has three French bulldogs,
Oh,
and he's
wow.
like he completely forgot that's how I got my cats because he kept bringing them home. But now his girlfriend keeps bringing dogs home, so I'm like, that's karma.
Yep, that's it. Well, let me see if I can grab
That
mine.
is
Okay. So I'm gonna grab. I'm gonna
okay.
just kind of pause this just for a second. I'm gonna see if I could bring lightning, when either thunder or lightning in. Okay. Okay. Lightning, come here. Come here. She's being a cat. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Here. I know, my baby. I'm gonna come here. I know. I
Oh
know.
my goodness.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
There
which
she
one is
is.
that?
Oh my gosh. Oh. Mm.
Oh my goodness, babies.
Okay. So that's lightning. And I see yours
Oh,
is hogging the I got cat hair in my mouth.
me too. I don't.
Oh well.
Is there a statistic on how much cat hair a person eats every year?
I need to look that up. That's too
Right.
funny. All
That's a
right.
lot. I know it's a lot.
Ah, well, this was fun. I'm happy to talk with you about our fine furry friends, and I'm sure you feel the same way. That when you feel kind of down, it's just nothing like hugging your fur babies, and they just make
Yes,
us feel so wonderful, and we're just so blessed to have such lovely pets.
it is. I love them, especially with the quarantine and pandemic. I know a lot of people like would have lost their minds if they hadn't had, at least something around
That's true. That's
to
true.
communicate with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So
well, well, thank you so much for joining us. And
thank you for having me.
and with that, my darling, bless you, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. Until
Thank
we talk
you.
again,
Yes, I will be seeing you in a few weeks.
you will, and you'll be in studio.
Mhm.
All right, I love you. Mwah.
I love you.
Bye.
Bye.
So that's it for today. If you like today's podcast, please subscribe to 50 Shades of Stefanya for more adventures. See you next time.